Hi everyone, it's Julie and welcome back to my story time. I hope you had a wonderful Easter with your family. I know I did, and it's so great to be with you today. I have a brand new book to share with you. It just came out, and these authors decided to write a book from the viewpoint of a child about what it's been like to live during this COVID-19 pandemic. So in this book, there may be some things that you have felt the same way, or maybe you haven't felt the same way, or you've experienced some of the same things. But this book is to help us understand that life has been different during this pandemic, but they're in every day through the love of Jesus that he has for you and for me. Every day we can make the best day it could be. And so that's the title of this book, The Best Day It Could Be. And this book is written by Hayley and Janel Perez and illustrated by Jennifer Ashley Eatedali. And they wrote a beautiful message for the reader I want to read to you on this inside cover. Dear friend, sometimes scary things happen, things that can be really hard to understand. When hard days come, and they will, it is okay to feel worried, angry, sad, or confused. It is also okay to feel happy, silly, excited, or calm. We hope in this story you see yourself reflected and know you are never alone, even when your feelings grow really, really big. We don't always have a choice in what happens to us, but we do have a choice in how we respond. It is our wish for you that you find a way to make every day the best day it could be. With love, Hayley and Janel. So let's read The Best Day It Could Be. There once was a time we stopped going to the store. They had some groceries delivered. Have you had groceries delivered? They closed my school and they locked the door. We couldn't even go to the park to play. The sign says, "Park closed until further notice." Do you remember when your school closed and the parks closed? I remember. It was quiet outside my window all day. We couldn't go to church. We had to stay home. Some days I felt pretty alone. Dad taught me math. I was getting behind. I missed my teacher. She's so very kind. Mom kept telling me to log into school. I longed for a day with my friends at the pool. We dropped off some food to my aunt across town, and I hoped that her mask hid a smile, not a frown. In the midst of the gloom, my birthday came. Without a party, it didn't feel the same. Everyone has had a birthday since the pandemic, because it's been a year now, a little over a year. And so, what did you do for your birthday? Let's find out what happened on hers. But Mom and I baked my favorite cake. We laughed when I spilled eggs, a silly mistake. My friends drove by with the signs they made, my very own magical birthday parade. Have you been to a birthday parade, or maybe you had one? I've been to some. I had fun making a sign to drive by. Their sweet cheers filled the once quiet air. I couldn't believe so many were there. With a handful of rainbow balloons, I could see Beauty was happening all around me. The next day at school, my screen glowed bright. I made sure my playroom looked just right. My teacher appeared, my favorite guest. I showed her all the things I love best. I think she's having show and tell from her home. That's special. She never would have seen my collection of rocks, my snow globe, my books, my brand new blocks. More people wore masks, and I started to see their eyes were smiling back at me. Have you noticed how our eyes smile when our face is covered? We can see that. We watched church in our PJs while Dad made French toast. They sang all the songs that I love the most. We rode our bikes every single night, and when it got windy, we even flew a kite. We counted the clouds in the sky's happy blue and wrote letters to Grandma and Grandpa too. I never felt like we were hurried or late. There were whole entire days we didn't know the date. It wasn't always easy, wondering what could go wrong, and I tried really hard to act like I was strong. My feelings began to grow and grow until I didn't know where they could possibly go. Do you see some of the things she's thinking about? She's thinking about airplanes. Would they be able to travel again? Places that are closed. The whole world is in a pandemic. There's sun, and maybe there's a mask, and that's a picture of the little germ of the coronavirus. Hand soap or hand sanitizer, so many things that she's thinking about. I love that she also is thinking about a rainbow. My parents looked anxious anytime I cried and seemed confused when I stayed by their side. I said I was worried and didn't always feel okay. They hugged me tight and said they felt the same way. Have you felt this way some days? It's great to have family to hug and to love on. It's also great to always turn to Jesus because he's right there with us to love us and to take care of us. When it was all over and normal life returned, we carried in our hearts all the lessons we learned. Now we know the pandemic isn't over yet, but we do know that we've been able to start doing some more things, and we know that one day it will be over. And we also know that Jesus is here. Easter happened so that we have a forever life with him. And so no matter where we go or what we're feeling, Jesus is always there in our hearts and beside us. Even though we can't see him, he is there and there to take care of us. And know that you can pray to him, you can ask him for help. And also, it's really great to talk to your family when you're feeling worried or scared or concerned. It's also fun to share the silly and excited times. as we all try to make every day the best day it could be. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.